Talk to us about the reasons why the EFF is convinced that Pravin Gordhan is the one that enabled state looters.
Well, you would know that for a long time, the EFF has been accusing Pravin Gordhan of being an enabler of state capture. There are a series of questions that they've asked him. They've sent this to the public protector as well, where they're asking him if some of the questions even relate to the spy tape saga, whether or not he was involved, whether or not he was the person who handed over the spy tapes to former President Jacob Zuma, which then enabled the NPA to drop the corruption charges at the time against the former president. But right now at the moment, here you have the EFF. They've come out in their numbers. They say they expect around 1,000 other people to be part of today's demonstrations outside here of the venue of the state capture inquiry. And of all the inquiry sessions that I've attended, I have to say that this is probably the most amount of people that I've seen protesting outside the state capture and demonstrating outside state capture. Let me just quickly bring in here the secretary of the EFF in Gauteng, Musha, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Why is it so important for the EFF to demonstrate outside this commission of inquiry, even though we know where the EFF stands when it comes to Pravin Gordhan?
No, we have always been clear about Pravin Gordhan, and nobody ever even believed us that Pravin represents the white monopoly capital fraud. He is being implicated in the documents that have been released. He lied to have not seen the Guptas. So we are here to make that demonstration that Pravin must resign with immediate effect. As an MP, he must resign as the minister.
The ANC's chief whip, Jackson Mthembu, tweeting this morning saying that if the EFF has any evidence that Pravin Gordhan is an enabler of state capture, why don't you bring that information to the State Capture Commission of Inquiry?
No, he's just being reactionary. He must be patient. More information is going to come out of this commission. More information is still to come.
What information do you have?
There's a lot of information, my brother. Still going to come. We are
share some of that information with us.
No, right now we can't share. The right time will come for us to can be able to disclose.
But then what's the purpose of being here if you can't even share such information?
No, the purpose is one. Pravin lied to us. Pravin lied to the crowd. We have not met with the Guptas. He's lied to the entire country. All of us as the citizens. He lied to the parliament. He lied to us as ordinary fighters, as ordinary members in the community, that he have never met with the Guptas.
But you will not tell us how he is an enabler of state capture.
That is still to come. Let's wait for him to account today in the Commission of Inquiry. Then we'll speak up.
Will the EFF ever consider appearing before the Commission of Inquiry or bringing some of that information to the inquiry?
Patience, my brother. We are working on that.
Okay, let's just quickly speak about today's demonstrations. How many people are you still expecting to be here?
We're expecting around 1,500 people that are still to come. We have buses due to traffic. Others are still on the way.
And if it happens that Pravin will be appearing before the commission for about 2 days, will you be here for the rest of the...
Yes, we are going to be consistent in our approach.
Okay, well, thank you so much. Musha
Thank you very much.
Komanin.
Yes.
Musha Koma, sorry, the secretary of the EFF here in Gauteng. I just quickly want to give you a view of the BLF. They are also here. And Tloli, you've covered this commission of inquiry. You know that the BLF has been one group that has been consistently protesting outside the commission of inquiry. And this time around, it's nothing different. Zanele Lwano, the deputy president of the BLF. I'm telling Tloli right now that you guys have consistently been protesting outside the commission of inquiry, and today being no different. But what makes today so significant?
We are here because of Pravin Gordhan. He is captured. He is an agent of white monopoly capital, in particular Johan Rupert in this country. You would know that Pravin Gordhan ended up as the finance minister in this country after Johan Rupert had summoned people like Ramaphosa and Trevor Manuel to force the then president at that time, Zuma, to reverse the decision to put Des van Rooyen as the finance minister. Johan Rupert even threatened that he would destroy the economy of this country if Pravin Gordhan is not the finance minister. It did not even stop there. Today, Pravin Gordhan is the Minister of Public Enterprises. And his agenda today is that of privatization and collapsing state-owned enterprises, in particular the South African Airways and Eskom. Pravin Gordhan continues in this country, I think, to be an embodiment of people that we do not need to hold public office in this country, you would know that Pravin Gordhan has shares, in particular companies that are owned by Johan Rupert, such as Remgro and other banks in this country. So how do you then safeguard the sovereignty and the interest of this country if the people who loot the minerals of this country and the wealth of this country are your friends and you own businesses with them? But I think most importantly, there's been an interesting revelation. He went there to the compound to meet the Guptas himself. There is no outrage in society that Pravin Gordhan is one of the people that met this particular family that has been framed as people who have collapsed government in this country.
Zanele, sorry, they're starting inside, so we're going to go straight back into the Commission of Inquiry. Understand that the session is getting underway now.